Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Inside Spurs channel. Obviously, being it Tuesday, I hope your Tuesday's going well, and obviously we've got some good news come out. Let me just jump in. I'm not gonna stall, I'm not gonna make you sit on edge or anything like that. You can see on the thumbnail, you can see who I'm gonna be talking about first and foremost. And I did mention in a comment section of a last video that I did have some news. I was just basically waiting to make the video of it today. So I've been to the gym, I've headed home, off we go. So this came out last night that James Maddison has already agreed personal terms with Spurs. He'll earn just over £9 million per year. That came from Paul O'Keefe. Now, if you're not really sure what Paul O'Keefe is, he was the first one that made any real note of Vicario being someone that Spurs wanted about a day before the bid came out that we had accepted. So really well in the know, really well in the know. And we go on, and actually this has kind of progressed quite far over probably the last sort of 12 to 16 hours. So from the Telegraph, Tottenham's first formal offer for James Maddison is imminent, and they're prepared to pay initial 40 million and want to strike a compromise which will include add-ons and further instalments. So that's a little bit of good news there. And then I'm just going to go through each and every single different source. You have an idea, this is genuine, okay? So from Sky Sports, tier 2, but I thought I'd throw him in. Spurs and Leicester in advanced talks over a deal for James Maddison. There is a small gap in valuation, which is being worked on. I would assume it's about 5 million. I can't lie. I don't think it's going to be a lot. I think we'll be able to find a compromise quite quickly. From Fabrizio Romano, he's already said they've agreed personal terms. He's also said Daniel Levy is very active in the move for James Maddison and is trying to get a deal done as soon as possible. So that's always really good news to see, to be honest. It's someone that I think as a fan base, we all pretty much want. I think there's always be a handful of people that maybe don't, but this seems to be something that we all want. We all want a creative midfielder we've not had for a while, really since Eriksen. And this is a player that is that. Not only is that, he's good with set pieces. Not only is that, he's also homegrown. It's another little additional thing on top of that. And then last but not least, he's Prem proven. He's a baller. He can do these things in the Prem. So it's a move that absolutely works. Simple as that. We saw it in international duty. It absolutely works, okay? So it being a deal, probably around the 50 to 55 million pound mark in total, obviously with initial fee, add-ons, instalments, all that jazz, okay? Because Ben Jacobs also said that Spurs are expected to try for James Maddison for under 50 million all in, while Leicester want 55. There's an optimism that a deal can be struck, which doesn't shock me, to be honest. I think the deal will get struck, and I do think the deal, in terms of the contract's already been agreed, I think the fee would be agreed later on this week, to be honest. I think the player wants it. The player's already given the contract. We want him. Leicester want the money for him because they're in the Championship. They need to offload some people. Obviously I know Soyuncu's gone. I know Tielemans has gone. These are two players that earn good wages, but they didn't really get anything for them. So to get a good whack 50 million for James Maddison, that's massive for the finances of a club that don't really have the money to spend, full stop. And that's probably one of the big reasons why they went down, is they spent money on players that maybe weren't worth it. So that's a little bit of good news. Let me talk about centre-halves, because obviously we talked a lot about Mickey van der Ven, and obviously before that, Edmond Tapsoba. Well, actually, this came out from Fabrizio Romano as well, and he said that Tottenham's interest in Mickey van der Ven is more concrete than Liverpool's, who's also been linked to the player. He's also reiterated that Edmond Tapsoba is Spurs' #1's target, okay? So that came out yesterday. Paul O'Keefe also, around the same sort of time, has said that Spurs and Leverkusen are in talks over a deal for Tapsoba. Personal terms will not be an issue. So I would assume that Tapsoba's situation will kind of be along the same timeline as Maddison's. In terms of contracts will be sorted, that's not an issue. It'll be more chance of fee. And these things may take a week to 10 days to kind of sort out, but Tapsoba wants to move. We want him as well. And that's the thing. And I talked about it a little bit in a previous video, how if you're not going to spend 40 million on Davarara, you spend 17 on Vicario, who's a player that you still want. It's not a player that you don't want. You still want, who's still going to help you and benefit the team. And you're saving 25 million or whatever. I know it's 27, but 23, sorry. But let's call it 25 in terms of like signing on fees and that sort of thing, okay? If you're saving 25 million, that, when we talked about Mickey van der Ven's valuation being set at 26 million, would pay for him. Then you've got sales that you would make from, you know, I did a video on this last night, but Perisic, Lloris, Winks, Ndombele, Lo Celso, Tanganga, Sanchez. There's another video. Go check it out if you want to have a look at who I'm talking about, okay? But when you look at the sales that we can make, it would fund pretty much the whole move to Maddison and Tapsoba. So when you look at, okay, well, we spent, let's say, 26 million on Van der Ven, we spent 17 million on Vicario. Let's just call it 45 million. That's a net spend of 45 million. If you can clear all that deadwood to go and spend that money on the two players that are coming in, then you go, well, we've had a net spend of, you know, 43, 45 million. Well, we can go get someone else maybe for 30 million, 35 million. Got a net spend of about 80 million, which is, you know, just not a lot in today's football, if I'm honest. You know, we're talking about Man City putting a bid down of 80 million plus add-ons for just Declan Rice. So it's not a lot of money whatsoever nowadays. So it's really exciting, to be honest. I just wanted to make a quick video about that. I'll have another video out shortly with some more breaking news. But I want to separate them in sort of a players in, players out situation. There won't be a video tonight, unfortunately, because I am busy. So that's apologies here. I've got a life, unfortunately. I'm really sorry about that. But I will still get 2 videos out today for you guys to sort of digest. But obviously, lads, it's a little bit of good news. All right, it looks like we're starting to make some traction and movements on the front of obviously Maddison and Tapsoba. They said Vicario is doing his medical pretty much about now. You know, so that deal should get completed and signed through. There's no rush in terms of that. I mean, we are the 27th of June, so give him a couple of days. There's no rush. As long as he's in by July, I don't really mind, right? But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. Drop a like if you do enjoy it. Hit me in the comment section. Maddison, Tapsoba. Just say no. Just say yes. Are you happy about this news? Hit me up with some information there on that. Subscribe if you are new and hit the bell notification for more. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video, and I will see you all very, very soon. Take care, lads.